The Niners have lost 3 in a row, but at times they've looked like the best team on the field in all the games. I mean, they really shut down the Cardinals offense. They really shut down the Seahawks offense in the first half. They were winning against the Packers with 37 seconds left. Is that something to take heart in? Is that a silver lining here?
I think it goes back to the earlier question that we addressed, which is, can this be remedied mid-season, or is this something that 2021 is shot and we're waiting until 2022? And I tend toward the more optimistic of the two. Surprise, surprise, being a Homer and 49er faithful. So I tend to believe that, yes, in the vast majority of these games, the 49ers have been as good or better than their opponents from a skill perspective, but have just failed from an execution standpoint. And so I think that you have to then place the lion's share of the blame on Kyle Shanahan and the coaching staff. And those to me feel like fixable issues. I don't know that the 49ers will. It's a tall task to ask them to fix these things, but I think that you have to at least have hope as a 49er fan that they can.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed all that. I was switching over to my hotspot. I'm sorry. But I agree with everything you said. It was well put, and it was really
so what I was saying is that Shanahan deserves the vast majority of the credit, but there are some factors that are not Shanahan's fault. So getting into that, what do you view as some of the factors that are potentially not Shanahan's fault to this point in the season? Where is he getting the blame where potentially he shouldn't be? When we look at the health concerns, who do you blame? Do you blame Shanahan or Lynch, or a combination of the two?
That's a hard one. I mean, it's all Shanahan. I mean, in the sense that he wanted Lynch. He didn't want a strong general manager who had experience. He basically wanted a figurehead so that he could do it. And that's why, I think it's basically on Kyle. Like, they're struggling to execute on offense. That's your offense. An offense that executes well, that's a sign of a good coach. You know, like if your offense was out there humming right now, we'd all be praising you. But holding penalties, all this, I mean, it's hard to look at him and say, well, he's actually doing this really well, but he's not getting credit for it. Like, I think what we just saw was maybe the worst 5-game stretch that he's had here. And we're all kind of flummoxed by it. And we expect a lot better after the bye week.
Yeah, to me, it's tough to watch because you can see in most instances that the 49ers are talented enough to win these games, and that it is other factors coming into play. And the disjointed nature of that 49ers offense has to fall at the feet of Kyle Shanahan. I have to disagree a bit.
They have Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams, Trey Lance, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Jimmy
Kyle
Warner. They have
Juszczyk.
A lot of good players to be in the midst of a 3-game losing streak.
It's rough. I would disagree in putting a lot of the blame for the health with John Lynch. And to me, that goes to the point that at the end of this season, he may have to answer for the 49ers failings this year.
It's not the training staff's fault. It's not the training staff. You know what I'm saying? It's not the players' fault.